Alright, so hi, I am Pam Picardal, student of John F. Kennedy University, taking up my master's in sports psychology. So it's been a few sessions that we've met, and we'll start off with our relaxation technique. This is a technique where we can improve our performance by being aware of what we're going through, our bodily changes, the tension in our muscles, and relaxation is basically to gain control of what we have and to be more confident and not be distracted with other things, external factors. So another thing that I want you to know about relaxation is it will definitely increase your performance so that when you're into game or even if you're in training, you'll be confident enough to to do certain or to do the skills that you're supposed to do, or the anything that your coach is trying to ask you to do, just do it, and it's for your own benefit. Now, another last factor that's important about relaxation, it regulates their bodily responses. Like when there's, well, in any game, like in soccer, we we don't know what's gonna happen next. It's very unpredictable, and I know how the game is. So we just need to be prepared in what are things that we need to get used to, or we have to adjust just accordingly to what's happening. So with relaxation, we can do that. And for this session, we'll start with a few introductory exercises to give you a hype up. All right. So I've given handouts to everyone. I'll just give you a minute to do the exercise. But before we start, we'll just run through the instructions of the handout. So first of all, the handout says that there are two boxes. So one is a distraction and one is for relaxation. So the distraction part, you just have to draw anything that you think is a distraction to you. So a good example would be your parents watching and it's your first time. So there's this awareness that you have to do good during the game, or if you're into a new field and the field is really not good, the condition is hard for you to play, so you can just write down or draw it out that the condition of the field is not so good. And what else? So there it could be external, like what my examples are, or it could be internal, like when you are studying and when there's personal problems. So you can just write keywords as well inside the box. And then the next box as a relaxation, you can draw anything that you think is a place or a word that is associated to relaxation. So you can draw a beach where you think you will be relaxed during the place, or a cabin where you think you're all alone, and then a book where when you're reading in a small nook of your house, then that's that's another example of relaxation for you. So it depends on you. So there's no right or wrong answer in this handout. So you just have to draw it out or write down the keywords that you think are associated with distraction and relaxation. So there. So after doing the handouts, you can we can just lay it out in front of you, and we'll just see one by one the distractions and the keywords that you've put underneath the boxes. So these are for you to see or be aware that, oh, this is a distraction for me. Sometimes we don't actually know that it is a distraction. So this activity will just help us be more aware, and then once we know that this is a distraction, we can just switch it off during a training or a game, and then move it to being more relaxed. So how does this work? So first of all, pick a distraction that you've chosen through your box, and then recall how it feels during the training or during a game. Now, try to think every detail of that part. Let's say a distraction of a crowd booing during the game. So how does that feel? So it's something that definitely makes tension in your body, and it just keeps your mind running through that you have to do better and things like that. So as you visualize the crowd or the distraction, you can see that your mind is moving around, or there's so much going on, and then your shoulders are tensing up, and then you're shifting to your chair, things like that. So once we know that, we can shift to a relaxation state or a keyword where you think or you've chosen in your handout. Now, try to think of that place or an activity that you think is relaxing for you, and then slowly inhale and then exhale. Now, try to close your eyes if you're comfortable closing your eyes, and then visualize the relaxing state, or the one that you've drawn in your handout. Now, as you visualize this image, now I want you to continue to inhale and then exhale through your nose. And slowly feel your shoulders drop. Continue breathing slowly as you imagine the state where you think is relaxing. Now feel the weight of your body sinking through your chair. And now let go of the tension that you've got from this distraction side. Alright, so when you're ready, you can open your eyes and see that there's a big difference from thinking of a distraction and a relaxation. Relaxation is something that you just want to let go of the tension in your body. And so with that note, it's very essential for us to be aware of these factors that's running through our mind and our body, so that once we're on the game, we can have an optimal performance, which everyone has desired to do. So what we're trying to do now is that, or I just want you to learn that when you're in the moment of your training or your new game, that when you feel that you're very tense, or there's so much that you're thinking, take a moment and then just breathe and relax so that you can perform well. Now, there are different kinds of relaxation, but what we're trying to teach you for this session is just a momentary relaxation, where when you're in the moment, like for in soccer, when you're given a penalty kick, so there's no time at all, or there's limited time that you have to think through or to internalize what you're going to do. So in that moment, when you're tired, or when there are a lot of crowd cheering for you, and there's booing, and your coaches are telling you all these instructions, and then your teammates are cheering for you. So you just have to take a moment and then breathe and then let go of the tension, just dropping your shoulders and then shaking things off so that you can be aware of your body and then that you believe that you can do this penalty kick. Now, there are different kinds of relaxation, or there are two categories. That's muscle to mind technique, and then there's mind to muscle technique. But for now, we're going to concentrate on muscle to mind technique, where we're going to be aware of the tension in our body by contracting a certain part of our muscle and then slowly letting go so that we can feel the tension going away and then that we're in a state of relaxed. Now, by doing that, we have to go through some breathing exercises so that when you build up the tension and then you relax, it is simultaneously breathing. So it could be more, what do you call this, more effective for you. Now, you just have to practice breathing by inhaling through your nose and then inhaling through your nose and then slowly exhaling, taking your time to let go. Now, inhaling about 1 to 4 seconds, hold it for 2 seconds and then let go slowly around to 1 to 4 seconds as well. Then repeat it about 5 to 6 times. Just feel the moment where you are as you inhale. Just feel your surroundings where you're sitting down. Feel where your arms are. And then feel your feet firmly planted to the ground. Now, after that, we can just after some breathing exercises, we can just go through. We can proceed to progressive relaxation. Now, the difference between breathing exercises and progressive relaxation is that in breathing, you are not aware or you're not deliberately giving some tension to your body. You're just inhaling and then exhaling. You can feel the diaphragm lifting, your chest going up and then going down as you exhale. In progressive relaxation, I just want you to pick a limb or let's say your arm. Now try to form a fist and then contract your arm. Feel the tension, your muscles contracting. Now inhale and then slowly release your hand. Now as you feel that there's something releasing through your fingers, at some point it will definitely relax your arm. Now I want you to repeat that for about, say, 3 more times. Make a fist and then squeeze as hard as you can, contracting your forearm. And slowly exhale as you release the fist. Now, next, try to do it with other parts of your body. Well, in here so that you can feel that somewhat your forearm is relaxed. Now, try to do it with lying down or one, and then you can just press down your leg to the ground and contract your muscles. And then inhale, then as you exhale, slowly release the contraction. So this is something that once you get used to it, it's when practicing the progressive relaxation, we just want you to know that, be aware that hey, this part of my body has tension. So with that, we can just learn how to relax it. And then in time, you can just do it in a snap. Like, hey, I know that I'm having tension, so that I can release it by having some breathing exercises. So there. So once the application of this progressive relaxation will take time, as long as you practice it before you sleep or before starting the training, when you're in the locker room. Now, how do we do this? So take a moment, let's say 5 minutes of your time, and just practice about 5 times. Just contract and then relax as you simultaneously do some breathing exercises as well. Now, when you do this, after it will take time that you'll be aware of the tension in your body. So I don't want you to be like being in a rush that, hey, it's not working for me, or that didn't give me anything in the near future. So it really takes time for anything that you want to achieve. You have to practice it, and it's same thing goes for the relaxation technique. So in our succeeding sessions, we'll be practicing progressive relaxation, and we'll have handouts that we can just see if you're improving, or it doesn't matter if it doesn't matter if you're in advanced state already. Is what's important is that you're learning through the process. So we'll start the relaxation and spreading out to the room, and try to lie down and just follow the instructions. And then let's see if you felt any better by having a scratch paper distributed around, and let's see if what you felt or any reflections that you like to share with. So thank you for this session, and I hope if you have any questions, just contact me and let me know any thoughts that you have. So thank you.